Everything got to stay. Everything must stay.
All right, Laura.
If I got to stay in here with
if
the
you
shirt.
If you have some insides, just go ahead and let's get them on the outside before we start.
You came with the pressure talking about my wrinkled shirt.
You only get wrinkles like that from one of two ways, Doris.
Listen, you don't fold your clothes after you wash them?
I do fold them, but there's like a couple wrinkles, not a camper wrinkle.
Fox, what's up, man?
Okay.
What's going on?
So, I'm happy to see you guys. Are y'all happy to see me? Y'all been ignoring...
Happy Thanksgiving.
They've been ignoring my messages
Happy Thanksgiving.
Anyway.
This workaholic here.
Welcome to LaCulture Ep.9. I feel so successful, child.
Veteran.
Y'all keep us going. Keep us motivated. I am your host, Fox Step, and I have co-hosts like
India in the building. What's up?
And no play with the faux play.
He's so cool. Okay, so November has been a very eventful month with elections and all the chaos in between. Thanksgiving was this week. How was y'all Thanksgiving?
Mine was sad.
Yeah.
You said you sad?
I was sad.
You were sad.
This is my...
Because you had a vegan Thanksgiving.
This is my second vegan Thanksgiving. And I put in some requests for some things to be added on the menu, and no one cared. They did what they wanted. They put butter and cheese and milk and eggs and everything. So I was eating salad all day. They didn't even have olive oil for me to put on the salad, so it wasn't a very... happy Thanksgiving for me.
No olive oil?
No. Wasn't vegan enough.
No, wasn't vegan enough. I need some vegan friends. So if you are vegan, please.
You can't torture everyone else around you.
One dish.
Anyways, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving sucked.
What is this spirit?
I don't know, man. It wasn't Thanksgiving this year.
Why wasn't
I did get a plate though. I did get a plate.
One plate?
They cooked. That's why. Yeah.
What kind of 30-year-old husband you got? Oh no.
I'm upset.
And none of your booze cooked.
Girl, what is you talking about? Listen,
no one could cook for you.
Listen, it was
you don't have anyone in your life.
Listen, we're not going to talk about
me.
We're not going to talk about me right now. Not a married man, single.
Thanksgiving was very eventful for me. I'm just going to use that. I'm just gonna use that. I enjoyed seeing my family. Oddly enough, it's like you don't get to see like your extended family like that, and then we come together and then we bond. But yeah, it was like Creed 2. That's all I gotta say.
I did see that.
I didn't see Creed 2.
But you just know.
But Creed 2.
Hey.
That's all I gotta say. So, anyways, all right, now I'm glad y'all had sucky Thanksgivings. I ate my last bit of leftovers today, so that's how you know your Thanksgiving was on point.
How long leftovers supposed to last though?
India, what you? Well, I'm not good.
Don't ask me because the lettuce wilts in like 24 hours. So
what would you say? You only got one plate, so you don't even know how to do it.
I ain't got leftovers, but I'm just asking y'all because y'all might have something that I could. Never mind.
Leftovers, I believe, shouldn't surpass 2 days. After 2 days, anyway, it be smelling stink a little bit anyway, especially collard greens. Y'all ever stay here? I look like, hurry up and get that out of here. Anyway, all right. So, phrase of the day. We have the phrase of the day. Guess what? The most, I don't know, the most tweeted, typed up phrase this past 2 weeks has been flued out.
Flued out?
Flued out.
That was real ratchet right there.
Flued out is when someone sends for you to travel to their location.
Sound like some thoughtivity.
Via plane. All expenses paid, hunty. That is what flued out is. Now, before we have 13-year-olds saying flued out on whatever standardized assessment is for writing or something else like that, let's be clear. What is the correct term for when? What is correct? I'm not even gonna help y'all. I'm just trying to see.
Flued out.
It ain't
it. Hey, we about pop culture. The term is flued out.
No, listen, ladies and gentlemen. when you can be flown out, you can fly out, maybe you flew somewhere, but the words I used were fly, flew, and flown, and that's it.
Flown out.
Yeah, it was just a lot,
But
you know,
flew
just
out.
different ways you can use fly.
Where did you pick that up from?
But, you know what? We doing it for the culture, aren't we?
Definitely doing it for the culture. So it's only one way to say it.
There's only one way to say it, and it's flued out. And flued out originated from Young Miami of the City Girls with her
City
twerk
Girls.
challenge. What is it? City Girls twerk challenge 25K. Well, she promised winners will be flued out and yeah, all expenses paid. They wouldn't have to worry. And matter of fact, you shouldn't be paying to go anywhere anyway if it's for somebody else. Don't you think, India?
I'm not going if he ain't paying.
You not gonna stay home
Where I pay my
if
rent.
he's not paying. I'm not going.
going.
Unless I was already going.
That's if I'm already going, but
This
if I'm
is
already
for
going,
you, right?
Yeah, I'm good, love, enjoy.
That's why you had no Thanksgiving plate.
I'm good, love, enjoy. Listen.
See, he would have had
Fluid 'em
8 more
out.
Thanksgiving
Oh, I
plates.
would have had the fluid in the cook.
All right, now, so you might hear us say flued out throughout the episode, and if you're in Florida, you're definitely going to hear somebody say flued out, and they do it to get flued out. That's right. All right, now, today we have a special guest with us. It's not just a boring episode with no playing indie. You know,
I ain't
we
boring.
got
I'm fun.
we have something different today. Someone different. Our special guest. All right, let me tell y'all now. Our special guest today is a Dade County All-Star athlete, Florida man, Gator, Knight. He went to Pace. I don't know what their person was, but anyway. And you can also add author.
They were the Trojans, right?
They was Trojans. Don't do it to them if they want you. What?
Pace?
The Spartans.
They was Spartans.
You know, something. We was kinda
Okay.
Hey, shout out to
Yeah,
Pace.
shout out to Pace though. All right, you can go. You can really go there and not have to take the FCAT back in the day. It was like, but anyway, yeah.
Shots.
And you can also add author to the list. Let's welcome RayShip, man.
Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Nice to see you. You know I like to do the
Pound it up. All right.
for the culture, for the culture.
All right.
How you doing today?
I'm good, and y'all?
You know, everything's all good. I'm nice and full. I had a nice
Okay.
Thanksgiving. What about you?
So am I. Got to work these pounds off tomorrow. I just got back in town.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you ate a whole turkey.
a whole one, a fried one.
What's your favorite dish for Thanksgiving?
Stuffing. I don't even eat chicken. I don't eat turkey. I don't eat ham. I just have stuffing.
Hey.
All I need is stuffing. Yep.
Nah, everybody
My
don't
grandma's
not
stuffing.
fake stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's it.
That's usually the leftover thing at our house.
Oh, even better than leftovers. The second day? The second
No,
day is better.
it didn't get finished, right?
You gotta have that cranberry sauce too.
I step over I look over stuffing. I've never liked it. What is it even
We
made
have it
out
the
of?
right way. That's the crazy thing. Oh,
Bread and
you
everything.
got cornbread.
Okay.
You got what? Celery. You got chicken broth. What else you got in there? Everyone has their own stuffing, but I know my grandma, her stuffing on point.
Okay, so grandma does the cooking.
Grandma and my mom gonna cook it for Christmas, so it's gonna be even better. So she taught my mom how to make it, so I'm trying to teach my wife how to make it now, so it can stay in the family.
So were you a cook coming up?
No,
or-
no parts.
You just got spoiled.
Spoiled. I cook some cereal. That's about it. I can't cook at all.
Lucky Charms, man, or
I'm cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh, okay.
okay,
Hey.
okay.
Yeah, you're right.
all right. I was just
Yeah.
trying to see if you was
Yeah.
dry or not. All right, now, so we're gonna go ahead and just get into your interview because you
Okay.
know you may be a busy man. You got a lot going on. Now, before we get into the most recent things you have going on, which is outstanding, to be honest, to be
Appreciate it. Thank you.
an athlete.
Former athlete. Former athlete.
I feel like once
the athlete, always the athlete.
You
Okay.
feel like that?
We can go with that. We can. I'll go with it. Yeah.
All right. Well, so anyway, let's take it back. From the beginning, where are you born and raised?
Born and raised. Well, I was born in Miami. When I was 8 years old, we moved up to Miramar, right on county line.
Oh, okay. Still South Florida.
Still
We're
South
about to
Florida,
say.
right?
Around the way.
Yeah. Born, like I said, Miami. Raised in Miramar. Went to Pace. Before Pace, went to Perry Middle, right down county line. And then, like you said.
Oh, you a Broward kid?
No shame, man. I'm a little bit of both. I know people on both
Okay.
sides. Yeah.
County line could kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of slide.
I'm telling you, Miramar damn near day nowadays.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Really is.
Damn near, but like I said, grew up on county line, went to school and at Pace. My family's down in Miami. I don't have no family up in Broward, but like the family I know in Broward is just right there on the block. I had a friend, you know Raymond, right? You say he was on the show.
Yes, he was on
Yeah.
one of the other episodes we had.
Yeah, so a few other dudes in the area, but like that.
Okay, now you grew up with two parents?
Two parents, yeah. And I credit my success to growing up with two parents.
Oh, and you
parents.
said it.
Nice,
You said it.
nice,
You know,
nice.
it's
Wait, where we going with this? Wait, I feel like I hopped into a conversation that's already been had.
Nah, this
Without
this
me.
is this a show for the culture. We got to speak on the positives and the things we can work on as people.
Okay.
And sometimes the way you grew up really is connected to the success, and you straight up said it. I get this sense out of you that's more grounded and focused, and I just wanted to ask, did you grow up with two parents? And there you have it.
Yeah, but you can't use that as a crutch now. Some people, if you didn't grow up with two parents, that shouldn't be the reason.
Oh yeah, it definitely shouldn't be the reason.
My dad didn't have both parents, and he raised me. You know what
He
I'm saying?
raised you right,
He didn't have
right.
a dad, but he was the perfect dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but yeah, that's one of my messages I want to push with this show on the low. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Okay.
the two-parent household. Like, I think that is like the background cure.
It is.
For a lot of things that's going on. But anyway, that's for like some serious episode. So, all right. So you grew up. You were close with your dad, and
Still close. What's my man? Like, that was my best man at my wedding. My dad was.
what would you say? What you got to say?
No, that was cool.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm black. That's all I know.
We all black.
I can't go further back. I
What
don't know.
island?
None. Like, I don't know.
So you African American?
I'm an African American.
Yanks in the building.
Yeah.
Okay. So what culture was there any culture like pushed on to you?
It's not. That's
early
what me and my
on?
wife always talk about it, because my wife, her family's from the Bahamas, so they know a little bit more of their roots. They know their culture, and I say that's what sometimes gives us a hard time as just black Americans down here in South Florida. Like, you see the Haitians, they have culture to go back to. Jamaicans, they have a foundation to go back to their culture and their heritage. Where we come from, it's just black, like you call us Yank. We got to look in the history books for them to tell us what our history and what our culture was. We know what the barbecues, we have Thanksgiving, but it's just hard because we don't know. We go as far as back as our slave masters said that they knew of us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know anything
So
about
we don't
Africa.
really know our
I haven't been
identity.
to Africa.
Do you aspire to learn more, or you?
Yeah. I'm always looking to learn more. The older I get, the more I research. The internet is everything.
I actually want to go there one day. It's like bucket list. Like, if I don't get to go anywhere like on that, because it's like levels to travel.
Right. We all originated from Africa, so
I want to travel there. All right. So okay, when the NFL was boycott, the
Colin Kaepernick or
national anthem.
Okay.
What side were you on? What did you feel about that?
What did I feel about it? I feel it was taken the wrong way. The main message was not taken in the context. I think it was more attention on him disrespecting the flag, which I feel he didn't disrespect, because if you look deeper into it, he originally was sitting down. And then there was an Army vet who told him, instead of sitting down, you should take a knee, because we take knees for our fallen soldiers. And that's documented. So he wasn't doing it as disrespect. He was doing it to raise the awareness on the injustice of unarmed African-American men being shot by police officers. And we have yet to see mainstream media bring that to the forefront. So I just feel like the whole thing was taken out of context, and the main message is yet to be discussed.
Definitely media did that.
That is true. Okay, so when the black community suggested, okay, let's not watch football, were you for that strategy?
Believe it or not, I'm not like I'm trying to play the fence. I don't even watch football that much, to tell you the truth.
So it didn't affect you either way?
It didn't affect me. And I don't...
Why you don't watch football like that? Because you're more of a basketball guy?
Like I said, I grew up playing basketball, but I really never... I'll tell you the truth, I was always a good student that was good in sports. Like, my passion was... And some people say I should have put more...
A good student.
that was
good in sports.
That's what I try to talk to young athletes about, man. Student first, athlete second, but I didn't really grow up in front of a TV watching sports. I was always just trying to learn different things and stuff like that. But like, hence why I don't watch sports as much now. But like I said, when they boycotted it, I think it was a initiative that brought some attention to it. But as you see now, they still making millions of dollars.
I think
Billions of dollars.
But I do think it's effective when we do it as a whole community. When we're like in like some of us doing it sometimes. Now right now, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I think it's like kind of over. Like, some people just not watching it, and then others have.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm sorry to cut you off. Would have made a bigger impact if all the NFL players would have come together, not just the black, not just the white, but if all the NFL players would have came together, then we still be talking about this. Or
come together and do what?
Where there have been, if they were all not going to kneel, if they were going to do some type of, if they were going to do some
just
protest,
unify, period.
Just unify. Because that's not a black or white thing. I don't like a lot of times we make things black and white when it shouldn't be black and white.
Right, it's a human thing.
1 + 1 is 2. Someone gets shot who doesn't have a gun, whether they be white or black. The white side, Spanish side, we should all come together and speak on it.
But what do you say about the guy that may say, well, this isn't the place for that. Sports is like NFL, football, game day, Sunday.
No, I don't agree with that. Like the woman from Fox News told LeBron, "Shut up and dribble." Now he came out. I think that was what really took him over the edge. And now you hear his campaign more than the athlete. Right. So we can take whatever we want from it. You could soak in it, or you can keep moving. But like I said, everything should be unified. Everything we do.
Okay. All right. So, now. Explain what was played more, football, basketball, and when. Okay. Did you play like Little League?
Yeah, so I grew up playing basketball, Little League football. That's why I got my passion and experience for football.
Who you played for?
Well, I think they're the Ravens now, but back when I was playing, it was Golden Glades.
Okay.
Right here,
Miami Gardens.
Yeah, Miami Gardens. It wasn't Miami Gardens, it was Carol City.
Yeah, Carol City,
Then I played for Miami Lakes. Played 1 year for
Miami Lakes Optimist?
Miami Lakes Optimist, yeah. And I played a year at Miramar. Not in that order, but most of my time was right here at Golden Glades. So I played basketball. I got bit by the basketball bug. Because travel basketball year round. So I was playing basketball year round. Was always ranked the #1 player in the state of Florida for basketball.
Wow.
So I always just loved basketball, but I had the stature of a football player. And, you know, football is everything down here. So no one really thinks about basketball down here, but basketball was my passion. I had success in it, but a lot of people say I should have just stuck to football, but I stopped playing football after my 9th grade year. I just stuck to basketball. And it wasn't until...
What was that? Why was that decision made?
I love basketball. I loved it.
Wow.
I had success in football my freshman year. I was a freshman. I played varsity. But I just loved basketball, man. My freshman year at Pace, we went to state. I was nationally ranked in basketball, but a lot of people would say, you should see the bigger picture, man. It's easier to get to the NFL than the NBA, but I was young, and I loved basketball. But I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to go back to football after my junior year. After things like, it started turning into a business, and I started seeing it for a bigger picture of business it was.
So you went to UF?
I went to UF and played basketball. Played there for 2 years.
2 years. Do you feel like a Gator?
No, I'm not a Gator.
Ooh!
I had a
Shots.
conversation. No, I'm not a Gator.
Pow.
No, nothing against them, but I did UC. I played at UCF 3 years. I graduated from UCF.
So you more of a night?
Yeah, I'm all.
You all night? Oh,
On the
bad.
yeah.
Oh, that thing look
I'm a
nice
night.
too. Who did that? Who did
What's
that
his
one?
name? He got big now.
You gotta put him on.
Yeah, I forgot. It's gonna come to me. I'll shout him out.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Was it like some love lost at UF or something?
Not really no love lost. I was young. Back then it was love lost. I hate him. It was actually it was young. I was young when social media was just coming out, man. I was a frustrated 18-year-old going to Facebook, going to Twitter, just bashing the Gators. I hated it there. The coaches But now that I'm older and I'm more mature, I just think it wasn't a good fit. It wasn't a good fit. I could have done different things to make it work out better, but it just didn't work out for the time being.
What are some players you graduated with or was playing with that's in the NFL now from UCF?
It's a lot of us. It was Latavius Murray. He's with the Vikings.
Any from Miami or no?
From Miami when I was there at UCF. Kamal Ishmael. He went to North Miami Beach.
Okay. Okay.
And he's with the Falcons right now.
Okay, you still talk to any
Yeah,
of them?
we talk every now and then. Yeah. But they have their business because, like I said, I'm a father now, I'm a husband.
Oh yeah, you
So
know how life
When
be.
when we pass each other, we hit each other up on social media every now and then.
All right, so then you graduate from UCF and move on to what in life?
NFL. I get signed by the NFL, the New Orleans
Wow.
Saints. Thinking I'm on the top of the world.
What year is this with the Saints?
2013.
Right. Okay.
So you played ball at UCF? Basketball or football?
Football.
Okay.
So I switched back to football.
Switch back to football.
Like, look how you can do that.
And it was a blessing, man, because you figure this dude's out here playing 4 years of high school.
Yeah.
Football don't get scholarships. I didn't play my
Oh, yeah.
sophomore, junior, senior football, and I went to the coach at UCF and was telling him I want to try football. He looked at me and said, "You got a scholarship." So it was a blessing in that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I owe so much to UCF because they took a chance with me and gave me an opportunity. So go Knights. We're undefeated right now
That's
too.
a love.
They're not giving us no love, but we undefeated right now. We'll shock the world.
Now, hold on. When did Katrina hit?
Katrina, that was before I got there. Katrina, I think was 08, 07, 08, yeah.
I'm way off.
yeah.
I'm about to say, like, what was it like?
Right after.
And they got a Super Bowl out there too. I didn't get a ring.
Okay, so what happens? Like, okay, you get signed with the Saints, and then what?
Get signed with the Saints. I played there for a bit. I get hurt. I get fired. I get cut. I'm done.
They cut you off after getting
Injury.
hurt.
Cut me after getting hurt.
NFL so
A
cool.
lot of people don't know. A lot of it's glitz and glamour, but if you don't know the ins and out of it, you'll
It's
get
straight business.
chewed up and spit out. It's a business, and once you go down, they looking for the next man, next
yeah.
man up.
Like, how did you feel?
I was down. I was depressed. I was
Did you
depressed.
feel like this all you ever wanted to do, or?
See, that's the
'Cause you
thing.
did have
That's the thing. It wasn't that, and I think that's what helped me get past sports. And
Because you was always good in school.
I was always good in school, and I had that to fall back on. And I always, my dad, my mom was a teacher. She always was like, "What you gonna do after sports?" So I always knew the ball was gonna stop bouncing
Right.
someday.
That good foundation.
So it was all, when that happened, it took me maybe a month or two to get grips with it and to say, okay.
Just
now-
a month or two? It takes some people.
And that's why I do what I do now when I speak to a lot of young cats. 'Cause some football players, that's what they think they put on this earth to do is it.
That's life.
That's why I say you're more than an athlete, man. Like I said, I was just so happened to be a good student who was good in sports, but I have friends now in their 30s who never got signed by the NFL but still think they're going to the NFL.
Listen, if
It's
y'all
crazy.
keep coming on the show talking about these people, because remember Slicker said about I had somebody boyfriend still trying to. Anyway,
Yeah, but you see it
Pro.
so much down here because in Miami, we're the hotbed. We're the hotbed for football. We have, I think, the most NFL players in NFL from Miami,
Miami.
than any other state. So everybody knows somebody either
That
training to
went-
go to the NFL or was in the NFL. Everybody had an NFL story, from the ones who went broke, from the ones who doing good, from the ones who didn't make it.
We got a lot of street legends.
Yeah,
too.
you got a lot of street legends. So everybody,
no, it's
yeah.
a lot of street legends.
No, it is.
Hey,
Yeah.
for real. Okay, so all right, you come to grips.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like all right? So what's next? Like what do you decide to do next with your life?
I didn't know.
Because how old are you now?
I just turned 29.
No, not now. You know.
Oh, when
all
I-
right, 29. What's up? But yeah.
When this happened,
Yeah, when that happened.
I was what, 24?
Yeah, so I know you like what I'm gonna do. You know, your people's probably, pretty set and cool. You ain't gotta stress so much, and that's a blessing. But were you like stressed about what you're gonna do next at 24?
I won't say stress. I was concerned. Like stress will cause you to do things that you don't normally do. You know what I'm saying? So I always, like I said, I was prepared for it. So what I first started doing, I started having camps. I had a camp at my high school, a basketball camp and a football camp. 'cause I had a
Okay,
chance
they
to
was
both.
pretty successful.
It was successful. It got coverage from the news. We had a lot of kids come out. And from there, people just started asking me, man, what you gonna do? When the next camp? I was like, I don't want to have camps. Because you start seeing down here too, everybody having camps trying to get rich off kids. I said, that's not what I want to do. So a good friend of mine was talking to me about nonprofits and things like that. So I started a nonprofit. And from there, I was doing camps, health fairs. I donated
And this is Championships Inc.
Championships Inc. And from there, I did my old basketball court that I grew up playing at. We remodeled the whole park. So it was stuff
Where is this?
in Miramar.
Wow.
So I was learning a lot because think about athletes, we don't have working skills. Like we never really had jobs in high school. College, we damn sure didn't have jobs. We couldn't
it's all about ball.
Yeah, we couldn't get internships. So that's why when athletes finish, it's kind of like, what do I do? So my nonprofits, I was learning different intangible skills on like for the park. I had to work with the commissioners, the mayors. I'm doing contracts. I'm learning stuff as I'm going, not knowing that I'm learning stuff that's gonna help me when I get a job.
Right.
But when a job that I have now presented itself, I have more than enough things to have on my resume from my nonprofit to get me the job. So.
Wow, that's what's up.
dope. That's
People
dope.
can learn from your story. Wow,
Yeah,
that's why it went that way.
Yeah, it's not always the traditional path. Like for athletes, and I talk to athletes all the time. We don't have jobs. We don't have big resumes, but just from things in sports. Think about a quarterback. A quarterback is the captain. If you tell somebody you done playing football, you going on an interview, I was the quarterback. I was the team captain. I was a good communicator. I was a good team player. I had to work on my game book was this big. I had to study that. I was always on time to meetings. I was voted team captain. So all those are intangible skills that transfer to if you want to start your own business. And work transfer over if you want to get
Good
hired.
leadership skills.
Yeah, all of that.
Communication skills,
Communications,
all that.
You're part of a team, man.
Yeah, highly qualified.
Right. So.
All right. So, have you ever been flued out?
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about that earlier. And you was good too. You must have been good in school because you get flew out, flown out. What was that? What you said?
I have a teacher background.
Oh, I was about to say.
Because sometimes my grammar is child.
No, you hit them all. You hit them all. I had problem trying to correct her. Cause I'm like, well, if it's not fluid, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
God.
I was flown out, right? But she said,
She said you'll be flown. She should have said you'll be flown out.
You'll be flown
Yeah.
out.
She
But
said,
you were
"You'll be
flew out.
But you gotta
y'all
do
get
the
off.
hand.
She, man, more power to, what's her name? Young
Miami.
More power to her. She was what, Miramar. See, she went to what, Miramar High? I think she went to Miramar High.
She might have went there, or I don't know why. I just assume folks went to the West when they ratchet.
You asked me that when I walked in. No.
He ratchet. He went to the West. Did you go to the West? I'm just playing.
Well,
You
no,
don't come
salute
off
to
that
Young
way.
Miami, man. She doing some good stuff, and that's what sells. You see what
Yeah.
sells, man.
Raising these
But you ain't answer.
kids.
You ever got flued out?
What you say now?
You still didn't answer. You
What
ever
was
got
the
flued out?
He's a married man. He don't have to answer
Oh,
that.
what was
You-
the question though?
Back in the day, did you get flued out?
I was never getting flued out. Everybody flying me out. Wait,
Were you doing the flying out? Were you? Look, use
What's
it
that?
properly.
All kind of flying was going on.
Listen,
Dolphins
don't
won
get
today? Hey, the score is
right.
don't get caught
So
up.
yeah,
Dolphins playing.
shout out to Young Miami for the flued out. Now let's get into some sports. You're gonna hang with us and talk about some things that's going on in the culture.
Let me know. I'm down for it.
All right, cool.
Let me know.
All right, so no play. What we got in sports today?
Man, listen. I just want to say, shout out to Northwestern. They handle business. Oh Lord, Central. It's been great. Hey, but they going to Naples to go to state. Northwestern beat them 19-15. It was.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a thriller.
It wasn't that bad though.
It was actually a good game.
Oh man, I don't like games like that because then I feel like
Listen,
they
I
need
was-
to go again.
Nah.
You said go again. What you mean?
Like I just wish it was like that. They need to do it again.
Recount.
Like, I need like a blowout, and then I know you are the chosen one to go to state for King County. Like that's what I want to do. But
You got to give it to them.
okay, and no fights and nothing at the game.
Nah, nobody
It went well. It
clean
was a
got
picnic.
stolen, nothing like that.
Okay.
It was a good clean game.
Where'd y'all go to school? What school you went
I
to?
went to Norland.
Nola? You say you know what you
I
live?
went to Stranahan.
Stranahan? Oh, my wife went to Stranahan.
I know her.
You know my wife? Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway,
Can't do nothing with them two. You see?
Right.
halfway on watch. So anyway,
Right. We ain't talking about flued out at all.
yeah.
We ain't saying nothing.
Please don't get up
We
into
ain't
that.
saying nothing.
Y'all so
wasn't
dumb.
going for it.
Nah, he just wanted to sound fun. But nah. So that mean the West going to state.
They in the semifinals.
They in the semi. Okay.
They got a, I
Who they
don't know
play
what
next?
team.
You don't know yet?
Somebody in Naples, and then
okay.
that'll be the.
Yeah, you know you don't care when you say stuff like Naples.
That's like, oh, okay.
Hey.
So anyway, all right. So shout out to the West. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought y'all was dead. Thought y'all was done. I thought it was Central, but Central couldn't. I guess it was a fluke. I don't know. Anyway, so all right, somebody going to state this week. Nah, Shut Up and Dribble documentary. You reminded me of that. Yeah. That's with players talking. Well, the documentary is about in the NBA how players have stepped up to speak on or show gestures for social injustice, and especially in this political climate, players like LeBron and who else really like outspoken? All I could think of is LeBron. Wade to do a little something.
Chris Paul do a little something, and Carmelo. I know they did something at the ESPYs.
They did something at the ESPYs, but really LeBron,
yeah.
I don't think it's LeBron.
LeBron has more of a social media presence than a lot of other. It's a lot of cats doing things. In the
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's overshadowed.
His presence. Okay. All right. So, what do y'all think about that? Like, do you expect your favorite player, to speak on things that are going on that he is not directly.
Yeah, you don't even have to be directly involved. I think you think about the NBA, you think about the NFL, outside of hip hop, music, and things like that, our race isn't represented that much. So when you have a platform to speak on your race and put some of the issues that your race, your background, not even race, just people come from where you come from are going through, I think that's say something. It's an obligation of yours.
But I think social media is holding these athletes accountable, though, because before we had it and things like that, we weren't able to say something. When you look in those comments, people are really like, why aren't you saying something? Why didn't Beyonce say? Like, we really hold them accountable. Social media is a gift and a curse, but I do think it's going to be really good to see, especially since kids look up to them. I have a 5-year-old. He loves sports. So he'll look at it, he'll watch it. Not saying that he's gonna be kneeling down, he's 5, but it's definitely something for him to watch because those are his favorite players, he wants to see it. So I definitely think you guys should check it out. It airs December 13th on Showtime, 7 p.m. It's a 3-episode.
All right.
So make sure you guys check that out. I think it's
Shout
gonna be really
out to Indy
good.
for the time and all that.
That's right around the corner.
All right. Okay, so y'all look out for that. I'll be watching, I'll be tuning in. Okay. Now, is there anything else in sports, no play you got that's worthy of talking about? Not really.
Not really. Miami, I mean, they won. Hurricanes won, but
Hurricanes won. That's all that matters.
They playing right now. Indianapolis. Heat.
UCF now we finished undefeated.
UCF undefeated.
UCF.
We got a night in the building. UCF is undefeated.
Make sure we add that in
The
there.
rankings came out today. We number 7. We should be top 5, but we're number 7. I'll take 7.
Okay, so, all right, sports world over. Sorry about that. Time to move on. Okay, now, entertainment. Now, somebody always acting out, and it's like we might as well give out donkeys of the day, like Charlamagne or something. Man, what is going on? Now, Black China. Dun, dun, dun.
Man.
Now, I know y'all done seen something about her on y'all timeline. I know I definitely saw her get pushed. India, what you got some info on Blac Chyna?
So right now she's endorsing
Dream's mother.
She's endorsing the skin lightening cream called, I'm probably gonna say this wrong, but it's called White Tenacious.
Who cares?
It's probably wrong, but
White is in it.
So it's this bleaching cream, and it's from Nigeria. So in Nigeria, you see out here we have billboards and stuff like that. They really have billboards there about like skin bleaching, and it's a really big issue for them there. They take it very seriously, and it's basically $250 each. So she's endorsing it now. So she went to Nigeria, and some people, well, I would say about a good 70% of the people aren't happy about it. They feel like she shouldn't do it. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on it. I'll explain my iffy reasons.
Ooh, please explain it.
Listen, because I know I have to play devil's advocate on this.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Okay, no, listen. Look,
at least you know you're playing devil's advocate.
Let me tell you why I'm playing devil's advocate. On one hand, this is my job. This is how I get paid. I'm sure she got like so much money to endorse it.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Rob about to stop paying me this $20K a month. I got to collect all my money the way that I can. I'm not going to go be a stripper again. Yeah, she could have, but obviously it's a good offer. You're going to Nigeria, you took the money. She's selling the cream for $2.50 a pop. People are buying it. So it's not like she doesn't have a market for it. Now, business-wise,
Long as you have a market for it.
Listen, they buying everything.
We know how India is, child.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you have a market, if people are going to buy it, they're buying it. But I do think it does
sell the crack to the kids. They're buying it.
Don't sell the crack to the kids.
Crack
I'm
kids.
just saying, like, this is how people operate. It's a money thing. Some people can be bought, some people cannot be bought. Clearly, she can be bought.
You have a point.
You know what I mean? So it's her.
Black
but
China. I don't even expect much.
You know, exactly. I mean,
she's not forcing them to buy it.
She's not. They're already buying it. The lady that owns the company is like a millionaire. So it's not like she invented the product. Yeah. She's just piggybacking off of it and collecting her coins and going to Nigeria. All expenses paid. So I can say that. But on the other hand, I don't like the skin bleaching message because I'm dark skinned. She has a daughter. I think we should be fine with our skin color, whether we're dark skin, light skin, whatever it is. My son's a little lighter than me. He has curly hair. People ask him all the time if he's mixed. He's a black kid, you know what I mean? So I definitely don't like the message that it sends, but bleaching cream has been around for a very, very long time. When my cousins were modeling in the 90s, they would use it on their elbows and their knees. Like people have always used it. This is not anything new.
But
that sounds like different. A certain kind.
That's
like you trying to
the elbows and your
even
knees
out
black.
your skin tone.
Yes, you can, but at the end of the day, okay, now your knees and stuff look great. You think you're not gonna plaster it on your face? It's in every beauty supply store.
Ray looks uncomfortable.
No,
you gotta think about this.
I'm just being honest though. It's in every beauty supply store. They're not $2.50 a pop. You can go and get it. Ambi sells it as fade cream.
So we should promote cigarettes because it's everywhere.
Listen, it's available. People are purchasing it. She didn't create a new market for it. She getting her money.
You sold me.
Is it okay? No. Do I agree? No.
I ain't
Will I
trying
be
to be
buying
lighter.
it? No.
Listen,
but that's what it is.
Just because crack has been around for a long time and you can make a lot of money off of it doesn't mean you should join in on it.
Crack
but that's her choice.
I don't think this is harming anybody.
This is harming, in a sense, in another kind of sense.
If it's FDA approved and she's went over to Nigeria.
Is it?
That's what I'm saying. If it's FDA approved, she went over to Nigeria, making sure she's not harming anybody, and she's telling you what you can buy, and she's not putting a gun in your head and telling you to buy it, and she's making money off of it.
No,
all right.
I'm not saying it's right.
The message is wrong.
Well,
the message is
completely wrong. Right.
The message is
I'm not
completely
trying
wrong.
to normalize it, but what I am saying is that we can't put her at fault.
Why not?
For it. We can't.
Because she's Black China.
Not because she's
she
Black
need
China.
to just be called China.
Think about the day and age you're living in.
Have you seen her?
This every day.
Huh?
Have you seen her lately?
Oh no, I've seen.
She's about a whole shade and a half lighter.
She don't even look like
you know what I mean? But again,
she iPhone white.
Again,
okay.
Not saying that it's okay, because will I be buying it? No. Will I be telling other people to buy it? No. Will I be reposting it? Absolutely not. But I'm also realistic, and you have people, they're going to get their money regardless. She's getting her money regardless.
$2.50.
She's getting it however she gonna get it. Just like when she was a stripper, I guess. Anyway,
some people
you gotta have some standards, some kind of soul to you.
You're
like,
right. I agree.
Come on. Like, how do you go to the motherland where darkness began probably, as far as being the darkest you can be, because everybody came from there. And further promote or make it easy or just try to profit off of people's insecurities.
You're right.
That sucks.
But
She's such a sucky person.
That's the beauty industry, period. No matter what.
How is that the beauty industry?
It is. We get money off of people's insecurities. Why do you think everyone's going to Dr. Miami and all that?
True.
We're getting the weaves, the makeup,
listen.
everything.
You're talking about technicalities.
No,
yes, Sally. Listen, I'm not. Listen, Sally going to Africa.
Y'all don't. Come on, let's go.
Sally,
woman's conversation. Y'all go ahead.
No, that's your problem too.
Oh Lord, what we doing now?
We getting dragged back in.
Y'all the black men in the community, and y'all have to care about.
Oh, not
hey,
me.
don't go
me.
by weed.
That's another topic we can get on. Like
y'all have
worshiping our beautiful black women, especially athletes. That could be a whole nother conversation, a whole nother segment. But one thing with me,
you coming back.
that's what I'm saying. That's one thing that I feel like we tarnish the black woman's image when we don't highlight it. And we have a platform. You see athletes on the red carpet. You see athletes on the red carpet, they got
with a like.
I don't know how many viewers.
They'll
I'm not
pay
gonna
an
go.
Like,
escort
right.
before they take.
Exactly.
Okay.
Look what Obama did for Michelle. Michelle got her own book out right now. My wife just brought that book.
Oh, yeah, I
Little
heard
girls are
about
looking.
that.
Not saying Michelle Obama wouldn't be nobody without
Because
Obama.
really, Obama may not be Obama without
Without her.
Michelle.
Exactly.
But I know what you're saying right
Put her on
there.
the- Exactly. So man,
I'm just
shout out to all
saying.
my dark-skinned women.
Love you.
I'm just saying, her being black and to do that, Sally, I expect that out of Sally. She don't owe nobody nothing. I feel like as black people, we gotta stop being so individually driven. Like I'm just trying to get rich without the thought of the whole race as a whole. Like as
This
people.
Black China we
Think like
talking
a
about.
tribe.
Right, we think
like
like
we lack thinking like a tribe. That'd be our problem right there. So, she just disgusts me every year in a new way. And the only reason I'm talking about her is because this has something to do with black people. And you know what's crazy is like y'all saw her get pushed and stuff, right? They like
Oh, they was ready to listen.
folks saying
They was ready
she
to
don't,
lay hands, baby.
she's not welcomed in Africa and all kind of stuff. But that's this couldn't get deep because I was up in the middle of the night one morning on Twitter. You can't one of them nights you can't go to sleep, so you just like go on Twitter see people up, and then it was like a debate between Griot Twitter and Jerk Chicken Twitter about who bleached the most.
Oh, that is true.
Oh,
like,
that's
that's a real
That is a
thing.
real thing.
No,
That's
is.
a real. Okay, that's a.
That
real
was new to me.
thing.
They was
I
like,
seen that.
nah, they go hard. But
I
it
give it-
sound like the ones who do it the worst, if I go off of that debate, because it's not the world, it was my Twitter environment. But it sound like, nah, Jamaicans do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's-
dang,
that
I
skin
give it
color
to y'all.
thing is
colorism, man. That
real.
junk.
especially in the islands, and for me, well, I came here when I was 5, but in Trinidad, our racism, I didn't have black and white racism. That's why my views are always so different from yours. Ours was black and Indian people. I'm both. So it was completely different. So for me, I think probably like the first time I actually experienced racism, I had to be like 20-something years old in the workplace. So that's why when we have these conversations, I can't relate because that's not how I grew up. It's different for me.
It don't have to be experienced by me. I can have seen history, see that it's still going on, see that black men not doing nothing, something going on with them, see a sister get wound up dead out of nowhere in the jail or get
No,
treated
definitely.
unfairly. And then I've been called the NB, N-word biatch. Okay. I've been called that. And it didn't hurt me or nothing. I laughed. It was funny. But what's not funny is that I was called that. I just know how to laugh at dumb stuff. But yeah, so back to us as a people not before we talk about them because they need to be talked about over there. But us as a people as well, we got to get better with
North.
colorism.
North.
What you got to say, No
man,
Play?
as hell, like-
listen, I'm with it.
All right.
I'm with it.
So I think Black China is a a-hole. All right, personally.
Been that.
Okay, now next.
Let's just because we have 2 married people here and 2 single people.
Okay.
Here, so this is gonna be a good
Point them out.
conversation.
Point them out.
What? You the single one?
You married too, man?
No.
Nah,
This one.
Y'all two married.
Okay.
So
Not to each
okay,
other, but, you know.
Joelle Santana finally asked Kim Bella to marry her after 10 years, and I believe they have 2 kids together.
That's what's up.
Now, he's about to go to jail. Possibly, right? So what a lot of women are saying, because I have a little Twitter, we get a little ratchet on my Twitter too, women are saying it's a form of manipulation when a man knows he's about to I might be going to jail, let me go ahead and
form
put
of
a
manipulation, I like
a ring on it to make sure, 1, that while I'm there, she doesn't do anything I don't like, and 2, that they
Or
can
stay
visit.
put.
For real. Now, we're gonna unpack this slowly. Let's start from the beginning. 10 years. And I want everyone to give their own personal opinion. I'll start. 10 years is too goddamn long for me. Because even if we didn't have, for marriage, because even if we weren't financially stable or whatever it is, we didn't have to have an extravagant wedding and all these things. We could have done what we had to do, build together in these 10 years. I would not have waited, 2 kids or not, but I'm a little more independent. I could do it by myself kind of person, so Those are my thoughts. What about you? 10 years.
It depends on how those 10 years were. Was it on and off, or was it a stable?
That is a
True,
great
that-
point.
That's a good point.
So I feel like you have to
10
both be ready. But one thing I will say is we have
Both
to
be ready.
We have to stop looking at marriage as something that.
A goal?
No, some people feel like, oh, don't force marriage on me. We're good together, so we don't need to be married. Marriage is for religion. Think about why he's probably asking her to marry him now, because of the benefits of a marriage from the state, what the state sees a marriage as. She'll probably have different privileges to him while he's in jail when he's married. If something would have happened to you, say God forbid I was to pass away, and I wasn't married, my wife not gonna get nothing. So it's things like that. I feel marriage is an institution as far as spiritually and things like that nature. But when it comes to concrete things that are stable and stabilizing your family, you should be married. It's helping your wife.
I agree.
2 kids in, marry that girl. What are you doing? Folks play too much for me. Like
They get defensive. When you say it like that, a couple who's not married gets defensive because they feel like if they get married, they're satisfying you. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
you're not satisfying me.
That's what I
but
think. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Okay, I know everyone's like journey isn't the most traditional, but when you're 2 kids in, you have built a family. You must get married and try to work on having a great marriage. Like that's it. You play
said
too
you
much.
must. You know what I'm saying? That's what it turns into. I'm not getting married because they said. But like I said, there's things that the government has in place that you'll benefit from more if you're married to someone than opposed to just saying we live together and we shacking up.
Yeah.
Take aside religious views, take aside opinions, but living in America and you're married, you're gonna benefit from it.
That is true. Okay, well, back to them. No play. How do you feel?
It could be a timely thing, but at the same time, it could be a benefit for him as well and her to want to marry her. Say anything could happen to him, like he said, in the prison.
But do you think that's fair to Kim Bella that he waited till he's going
Do you
away?
think she was pressuring him to get married?
I'm sure she. I don't know her, but off of knowing her, off the show personality type vibe, she'll be there and put that. But she put anything she wants in his ear from the personality I know of. But they've been together a long time. They've been through a lot. I even heard, him battling addiction, opiate addiction. I'm not even sure what that means. I just think of over-the-counter drugs. But him battling addiction with that. Then, aside from that, a whole bunch of cheating and stuff. It's like, this gets deeper. I'm not even talking about Joel's no more. I don't like this whole idea, take her through the ringer.
Yeah, I was just about to say
and then
that.
she
And
gets the
glorify
ring.
her, yeah.
Like, nah, that junk gotta die, bruh. I'm not feeling that.
So I agree on that, and I want to piggyback off of that. Like I have to go through like all these baby moms. I gotta go through you cheating. I gotta get in physical fights. I have to get talked about physically, emotionally.
Start
mentally
aging in the
abused,
face because you've been crying.
gain weight. Then you gonna be like, all right, I done did everything I want to do. Let's get married. And then
You get the washed up version of them, by the way.
when nobody don't want
Limp.
you. And then God forbid you
That's
say
not
no.
Joel's still in
A
his
lot of
prime.
times it's the washed up version.
Yeah.
Joel's still in his
Ain't
prime.
nobody
man.
trying to get married.
He ain't got no
He don't have any teeth.
Y'all ain't like
And he's marrying her. I be like,
Oh man,
No, but
Joel's got them fixed.
no, marry me with your teeth.
no.
Can you answer a question for me?
Yeah.
What changes when you get married?
Nothing.
You know what? Okay. Jesus. Nothing changes. I think it just solidifies what's already there. And why would you not want to? You know what I mean?
All right.
Why is it
Back
not
to your
solidified?
question. What changes?
If you die,
All
you can't
right.
get nothing.
Which reminds me
Money.
that nothing
Same
changes.
reason you get divorced.
And also reminds me that I don't know them, but if there's anything they haven't ironed out, they're going to deal with while married. But at the same time, if you're one of these chicks that's going to stay there with him and nobody else, you might as well get married. If you're going to stick through all this cheating mess, do it while married. And I'm not even promoting that because marriage is supposed to be a faithful relationship. But I'm just saying, like, he should have been married her. She shouldn't be marrying him without teeth. I don't like that. Nah, man.
You keep bringing up
Nah.
this teeth thing.
Nah, man. I don't feel, like, Kim Bella, I don't even know her like that, but she always seemed like, she stick by him. So women that stick by dudes through thick and thin like that, that don't mean you put them through thick and thin, So we gotta chill off that. Any other comments from the men?
We've been here all night. I love marriage.
It's a great thing.
But
great
good
thing,
luck
man.
to them, and that's a wonderful, positive image for their children to see them get married.
Right. You ain't bring that up for your children too, man. Set an example.
Right. All right. Now, Nas.
Did you guys watch it? Y'all have one job.
I did watch it.
Okay, you did. Yes. What's
Yeah,
that?
that was dope.
Yeah, it was
Dope
nice.
visual.
I have some thoughts on
Let's hear.
the album. First of all, that what is it like? What would you call it? Like a mini video series or something he
it's
put
like a
out?
short film.
Yeah.
A short film, yeah. So it's a film. I think that should have been put out before the album, or
Closer to the release of the
yeah.
album.
It
closer to
wasn't?
the release, something like that.
No,
so that
it's fairly new. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it's like new, but the album was put out
A
like
long
June.
time ago. The album.
Oh,
The
okay.
album was June.
That's the only reason I really.
So you could have put us in the mind frame of what you was thinking. Like Jay-Z did it with the last project. Another thing I think trumped over, Nas's album is being that maybe it was produced by Mr. West. How woke can you be when the production is done by Mr.
I
West?
did get a little bitter when I heard Kanye on there. I was vibing. I was like, damn. Then I was like, hey, damn, that boy been stunting lately. But it was still. I had to overlook it.
But it was some
still-
bops, and it's hard to have some bops when you being socially conscious,
Yeah.
like especially the song "Cops Shot the Kid." Like that song, "Cops Shot the Kid." Yeah, y'all know about that, 'cause yeah. But anyway, he just I want him to push that a little bit more. But yeah, I think he definitely shouldn't have went the Kanye route with that. He should have.
They should. It was a good project. It just wasn't.
Packaged- it wasn't packaged well.
I'm about to say
Yeah.
rolled out. I gotta think if that's.
The rollout too, yes.
Package was rolled out.
But
The package, the whole
Flew out.
rollout, everything.
Grammatically, this makes sense. But it wasn't done right. But it was something that people should see. And I was disappointed when I saw the numbers. I think when I looked last week, it was only like 500,000 or something like that. And that should be getting 1 million views. If we're giving cats on YouTube 1 million views, we should be giving this.
Because it was quality, is quality stuff, and they don't want the youth to get a hold of that. But they got to do better with the marketing and promo with that, like for real.
Definitely.
And he doesn't, because wasn't he just in like a little media frenzy with like something with domestic violence with Khalees? And it's like he didn't touch on anything of that nature.
I believe it's still ongoing with them trying to
That
figure
could've
out
been a
what they're
part
going
of
to
it.
do with the kid. And I'm pretty sure if he didn't say anything, he probably couldn't. But I feel like domestic violence and it's
You
a
about to
weird
cry?
place. No, I'm trying to choose my words wisely. But domestic violence for me, I'm really annoyed with people trying to like make it normal and make it okay, and the victim blaming and the,
It does, yeah, that is happening.
It's to
often.
the point right now where you hear it so much, especially from athletes. And musicians as well. You hear it so much that it's often we're just kind of like, oh, this is the third time he's been arrested, and we're just kind of like we really, really need to.
You can really stay in the NFL on some domestic violence stuff.
Or taking a knee, you get
Yeah,
blackballed.
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we will normalize something like that. Like even today, and I'm sorry that I have to be the one to bring this up, but the Reuben Foster thing that happened today. He was just arrested.
I'm sorry,
and cut.
explain who's Reuben Foster.
He plays for the 49ers.
Okay.
He got in trouble again? The
Oh,
linebacker?
today.
Yeah.
Today, at the hotel in Tampa, they arrested him for domestic violence. Now, he was arrested previously
I
in
know,
May,
yeah.
and they dropped it. The 49ers cut him today. They put the handcuffs on it, and they released their statement. He's done.
Oh man.
So
It's unfortunate.
what I want, and I know if kids tune in and stuff like that, but what I want people to understand, we need to keep our hands to ourselves. Men, women.
Gotta go both sides.
Just because you feel as though he should not hit you, my reaction is I put my hands on somebody, they're gonna hit me back.
It's a gray
not that
area.
they should.
It's a gray area, too.
It is a gray area.
I think
Yes.
so much
Yeah.
attention is not on it because you see women abuse it so much.
Yeah.
Because you've seen plenty of cases where women know if I throw out, he hit me, oh, that's tarnishing his
That's
image.
it.
And that's not the case. And there's been guys that have proven that they've not hitting women. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's the black, or I'm a cast him. I'm gonna say he hit me.
But then you
done.
see the ones, okay, and then you see the one, I forgot which athlete this was with the elevator incident.
Maybe Ray Rice.
Then you look at stuff like
Ray
that.
Ray Rice.
Okay. So domestic violence, I definitely feel like it's a tough subject.
It is.
Because as the victim, you're going to be blamed, right? As the person doing it, you're automatically
blamed
guilty.
because you're taking down a figure
Yes.
that a lot of people adore.
Yes.
And they feel like, is this even worth it? But hey, he should have thought about that before he did whatever. Especially when it's video footage. Another thing, all right, let's go back to elementary. Don't y'all think a lot of parents are telling their little boy, she hit you, hit her back? Like,
Definitely.
no, let's go back to, no, don't hit a girl, but you need to tell if that girl hits you, and if the teacher don't do anything, you remove yourself. Like, that's what you do, like.
So what you telling the men is they need to call the police.
The teacher. I ain't said that. Okay, now let's
You
get.
didn't say tell a little girl don't put her hands on the boy. That's what you
Okay,
didn't
okay.
say.
No.
That ain't
I tried to
acceptable
get.
either.
I tried to get to the most like when you don't know what to do in that situation type thing. Let me go back. All right. Of course, girls and guys, you should not put your hands on anyone.
Yeah.
And girls, you shouldn't abuse the power to hit a boy just because you saw the teacher say you don't hit a girl, so the girl feel like she can hit the boy and not get anything done with it. But as adults should be monitoring this and making sure that the right messages are getting across so that nothing, everybody know what they can get punished for.
No, I think
And if
adults,
we start at that level,
I think adults are part of the problem too. Reason being is that if a girl is hitting a boy and the boy tells, there's no sense of urgency from the staff or teachers because it's the girl doing the hitting. However, if the boy is doing it, and it goes for size 2, because my son's really big and he was getting bullied because my son's soft. He ain't hitting nobody unless he's playing football. He's huge. He's like 70 pounds, 4 feet tall. He's 5. And there was this little kid that kept bullying him. I told the school, they did nothing.
They ain't wanna
told
believe
him. Okay, so I told my son, he put his hands on you, you know what to do, because at this point, they're not doing anything. My son put his hands on him. They called me to the office and was ready to kick my son out. After I done been in the
you
principal's
heard about
office,
it.
complaining. He's hitting him. So the last time he choked my son, I told my son, all right, all bets are off. If he touched you, you know what to do. And he did. And they wanted to suspend my son because he's the bigger kid. So I think as adults in the situation, we need to be objective. It doesn't matter who's hitting who. Don't put your hands
Even
on
parents
anybody.
with like a baby that keep bothering like a 3-year-old. And
Yeah.
the 3-year-old keep telling you how annoying the baby is. But sometimes we be like, it's just a baby. Like, it's the same thing. Like, I think everybody should just be held accountable. And then
Definitely.
we can always even go deeper with how we should handle when we're upset.
Yes.
Because a lot of our culture-wise, a little more aggressive. Matter of fact, because little Johnny will be aggressive too. But I'm just saying, like, we need to teach our children how to express ourselves when we're angry, how to communicate when someone's doing something harmful to you.
It's a lack of
without putting our hands
self-control.
on each other.
It's a lack of self-control because we allow it, especially for boys, because I've seen in situations where outside people would urge me to allow my son to be a certain way, and I won't allow it. Like,
They
if
want
you're
him to be
upset,
aggressive
you're
and
not
stuff.
gonna not for me. Like, for others, not for me.
Want to be a
it's
peacemaker.
it's definitely one of those things. I think it does start at home. But when they are in the care of the teachers and stuff at school, I do think that sense of urgency needs to be across the board. Not because
Across
it's
the
a
board,
girl.
because it was definitely
Yeah.
across the board for me. So
Oh, I already know you wasn't playing. My time
I'm
needs to be in your
like the fairest
classroom.
of them all. I don't play that. Nobody should be messing with any of them. All right. Now, okay. So off of that, now Soul Train Awards come on tonight, right? Probably
Yes,
about to
it's
come
starting
on.
8:30.
Okay.
So it's hosted by Gina and Pam. For
Oh
all
my
my
God.
people.
That should be pretty
I'm about to text my wife.
cool. Nah, I think I need to send a text.
Yes, you guys make sure I'm
Let me tell
recording. So
can't record that now.
I can't wait to see, what they bring as hosts. I really love them together. they are like, their energy is like magnetic. So I'm really, really excited to see that. They have a few red carpet pictures already up. SZA's there, Faith Evans.
Okay.
So a couple people there. So it should be
Soul
a nice
Train
show.
Awards?
Yeah, Soul Train Awards.
Yep.
So 8 o'clock on BET, 8:30 on ET. But don't quote me. So make sure you guys check that out. Now I want to get into music.
Okay.
What kind of music do you listen to, Ray?
I'm musically declined. I'm not really big on music.
Really?
Even before games, cats would be having headphones on. I used to get in the zone, but what's on? It's sad to say, but what's on the radio or Jay-Z or I like Chance the Rapper. I've been listening to Chance a lot lately.
Okay. You said some good lyrical people there, but definitely I want to talk about. I'm gonna say the name wrong. Do the name for me.
Takashi 6ix9ine.
No, we ain't talking about him.
Oh man, that's a whole.
That's a whole.
No, because I want you to say it.
Who is it? What is it? Who
Say
is
his name.
What is it?
Say Lil Bad.
Huh? Boosie.
Lil Boosie?
Boosie.
Lil Boosie?
Am I not saying it right? Boosie.
India, tell the people who you want to talk about, guys.
We're gonna talk about his album. It's called.
Who is it?
India I don't know, she came talking to me talking about Boozy. I'm like, well who been on beer? What is she talking about? No, people do call him Boozy sometimes, but no,
His
Boosie.
album, you got the
Lil
album.
Boosie.
He just put something out called his name, Blues Cafe.
Blues Cafe.
It is not what you think. That the name is actually accurate. It is like blues.
It's really a blues vibe.
It's sing-songy. Like he talks to his baby mom, and it's not what you expect.
So
it
he's
is.
on the
It
way
is
home.
for
just in
This
time
ain't
for the
two red bones
holidays.
kissing in the
No,
backseat,
it's
Boosie.
It is not.
Both kissing in the backseat.
Oh, okay.
It's like let's go to church.
Ooh.
Like it's not what y'all.
It is not.
Hey.
Let's go to church together. If anything, it's nasty, but
Okay.
let's go in the bathroom of the church. That's what,
It's 17 songs.
Okay, let me give
17
y'all this.
songs.
It is
Hey.
Hot 105 Cruise Ready. Yes, you can say that.
What?
It's just, it's not what you think.
They be
so,
making music. I don't you off with that.
not
He
that
done-
baby
Hot
making it. It's
105
like,
Cruise.
You don't slow down.
I
down.
think it's real adult.
Oh, so like
mature.
Steve Harvey. You
Sure.
talking about?
I think it is late 30s.
Real late.
Up to late 40s and nothing
Real
else.
late.
Like you'll vibe it. It's like this old school Southern New Orleans with
Oh, I like-
jazz, a lot of jazz sounds.
But
I got friends in New
Boosie?
Orleans. When I was playing for New
Yes.
Orleans, I love the jazz. The culture in New Orleans, man. Oh my.
But with modern topics and lingo. He'll be done.
Yeah.
Man, who produced this?
Going to the movies, baby mama getting on my nerves. What?
Yeah, it's
So he's singing.
yeah, I'm telling you, it's not what you think.
Nah, sometimes he do get a little, deep, just a little bit. I'm like, okay, he talking about something right here. But for the most part, it's just a vibe.
Man, Boosie
Put
been
that
through a
on,
lot.
cleaning up on Sunday.
Oh dang.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nah, but you ain't gonna turn. You ain't gonna turn.
Yeah,
It'll vibe.
It's just not what you think, but it's definitely worth a listen.
I think he was trying something
I feel like
out.
he took a chance creatively.
Yeah.
And we have to allow our artists to grow. We always keep them in this box. And I did that with the Trina thing, as she reminded me, you know how she is. But you can't keep your artists in a box, so it is different. He did try to do something different creatively, so
Promoting
definitely-
unsafe sex. He talking about some don't need no condom, know how it do.
Got about 17 kids.
Please don't follow
Kids, wrap it up, man.
like India say.
Listen, that ain't the
Kids,
life you
wrap it
want.
up.
That's definitely not the life you want. But
And it's a song. Okay, if you want to check it out real fast, just one song is a song called Confused. I think a lot of players and rappers and it's just all the little Sean guys will relate to that one because he talks about how sometimes he just want you, but sometimes he also confused. He want to play, but it's like, he want both. So check out Confused on the Boosie Blues Cafe album. That was released on Thanksgiving, and it sounds like
man.
Thanksgiving. He was talking about cornbread and all kind of stuff. So, yeah, that right there. Okay, anything else in music?
just one more thing. So Kelly Rowland released a new song. So we haven't really heard anything from her since
Kelly?
2013. Yes, Kelly Rowland. And this is going to be a different one. So I'm just going to read the quote that she left on Vibe magazine about the new music we're expecting. But the song that she's pushing right now is called Kelly. Make sure you guys check it out. And she promises that the new music, and I'm going to quote, it's about love, loss, and gain. And whether it's professional or with family or whatever, it's just honest. I had no choice but to be honest and authentic with this record. It's about friendship and marriage. So definitely, I want you guys to check it out. I mean, we should definitely support Kelly because after Destiny's Child, she's still been able to, keep it hot. It's been a while, but now she's different. Now she's married, now she has a kid. So the content will be different. And piggybacking again off of what I said, we have to give these artists a chance to grow. So make sure you guys check that out. Did anybody hear it yet? No, not yet. Not yet. All right, so you guys make sure we'll talk about it again.
Motivation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now-
2013.
All right. Shout out to Kelly Rowland. I was Kelly. When the Friends played Destiny's Child, I was Kelly. Sometimes I was LaToya too, but it just depended on how I
Never
felt.
Beyonce?
Nah, but I always loved B. But now I want B. Yeah, I never wanted to be the one.
Me either.
Just like I didn't like Omarion or B2K. I was so
either.
J-Boog. What were you?
I liked him too.
You a J-Boog?
And then my cousin kept
Look
telling me
at
that.
y'all making the connection.
Anyway, J-Boog's not here. But guess who is?
Look at y'all.
Now, all right, Ray, real quick. Let's get back to you before we close out. We want to close out real big. Now, we spoke about your athletic days because you were such an all-star on
I was
the
okay.
field.
I was all right.
I mean,
Humbled.
yeah, you're so humble. All these scholarships and full scholarships and stuff. So on the field and on the court, but you didn't stop there. You kept going, and you recently put out a book. Was it recently or?
Yeah, it's only been 4 months now.
It's only been 4 months. So we can add author to your list of achievements. Now the book is called No Grades,
No Play.
No Play.
Let them introduce.
Balancing school and sports. It's about balancing school and sports. And you know what? I just love that cover here, Indy. Put it closer. I love that color with that little black boy on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, this is nice, and this is the back of it.
Children, once
That's
again, positive representation.
No,
Children need to see books with children on them that look like them. So I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
I love to show that. How can I say that? I'm trying to say, just not promote it, but I want to give it to like other teachers. And
Highlight it.
so they can-
You say you have an educational background, right? Yeah, highlight it. I do different school readings.
Okay.
Well, I'm actually on I call it a tour. Like, the rappers do they tour.
Yeah,
I'm on
book tour.
a elementary school tour right now where I go to different schools, like during lunch, or I do a breakfast before I go to work, and I'll do books. We have, like, the City of Miramar, they sponsor the books, so we give them to some of the schools who have low income.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
we do readings, and then there's questions at the end of the book just to make sure the kids comprehend what they're reading.
Well, I was
That's
just about
dope.
to ask, what reading level do you think it is?
Oh, so it's as far as on their own, it's first grade to third grade. But if
Perfect.
Pre-K, kindergarten, as long as someone's an adult or someone who has that reading level can sit there and be with them, then they're good.
What exactly does no grades, no play mean?
As simple as it sounds. No grades, no play. You don't have the grades, you can't play. And I think touching kids at this young age right now is so important. And like we mentioned earlier, Miami is the mecca, the hotbed for football. So the importance of education is kind of deterred from these kids because the parents down here want their kids
pushing the
to
sport.
be the next NFL player.
Yeah.
So I think if this book here talks about, it's a simple story, very simple. It literally took me maybe a night or two to write the story. A young kid
Wow.
who was the best player on his team, was hiding his homework from his parents, never did his homework because he knew he wanted to go to the NFL. Brought home a bad report card. His parents found out. They sat him out. When they sat him out, his team lost. From there on,
It was his fault.
yeah, it was his fault. And from there on, that day on, he just picked it up. Instead of dreaming of going straight to the NFL now, he dreams of going to college, graduating college, and going to the NFL. And then,
Wow.
like I said, there's questions at the back just to make sure the kids understand it.
Ooh, a questionnaire.
Yeah, so like, when I do the readings at
that's
the
dope.
end, I'll ask them, when Jason wasn't doing his homework, should he have been out to play football? And they'll answer, or why do you
No,
think
that's
Jason
good. A
stayed?
nice
That's
little
real
lesson
good.
plan
I
for
definitely
teachers.
want to purchase this and get this signed. Can I purchase this?
Oh, yeah,
signed?
sure, sure.
Okay.
Now it's how can they buy it? Because it's like $12.99.
It is